Huge news out of Egypt.
This entire smoke cloud came from
These are celebrities that still make millions.
Silver hammer to ensure that he's dead.
We shouldn't confuse cravings with hunger. The test of being hungry, for me, is will you eat raw cauliflower?
I'm not eating cauliflower.
Then you're not hungry. Motherfucker, when you're hungry, you would eat that. You're not really hungry. You may have a craving.
Oh my God. I mean, like, I probably would eat raw cauliflower even if I wasn't hungry, just to, like, why not? Like, the crunch would be interesting. What if I'm just addicted? What if it's not a craving or hunger? What if it's addiction? Welcome back, Goons. You're watching Explore the Weird. Hey, I'm addicted to a lot of things. I'm addicted to you. I'm addicted to video games. I'm addicted to life. I'm addicted to love. I'm addicted to all the things. Hey, guess what? Got some more creepy, weird, strange For You page content. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's go to the mountain.
It's more rare. Diamonds or wood?
Diamonds or wood? I would say diamonds.
You would be absolutely incorrect.
Really?
Because if you take across the universe, there's a lot of crystallized carbon, but there's not a lot of wood. The only place that we know of in the entire universe that has wood is planet Earth.
Wait, that is very, very interesting. Never knew that. I thought we found all these other planets that have life capabilities, but do those planets not have trees? What do they have? I don't understand. Do they not have wood? Oh boy. No boy. They're just telling us there's all these other planets just like Earth when they really aren't. Come on now. But this guy is like, he's from the Diamond District. I believe him. He knows the things. Hey, there's more diamonds than actual trees.
In the 1960s, Goodyear made tires that glowed. They were called neothane tires, and they were a rubber and polyurethane mix. Each tire had 18 individual light bulbs running the inside of the rim. You could turn each tire on and off from the inside of your car, and you could even use it as an indicator or a brake light. There was loads of different colors to choose from, and they were expecting this product to do really, really well. Like, they went hardcore with the advertising. They went nuts with it. It was going to be their big product. But in the end, they found that the tires were way too heavy and they did not handle wet weather very well at all. They were also apparently distracting other drivers on the road because they did have a green one and people were pulling up to red lights and running them because they were seeing green, and it just didn't work out very well. But what do you guys think?
Wait, can we redo this but like not have the green or red ones or yellow ones and just have like all the other offshoot colors so drivers don't get confused and we get to have some illuminated tires back in our timeline? Oh my God, wouldn't it be so cool? You could get to choose all the, it's like, oh, I want my tire to have that breathing effect, you know? It's like, oh man, imagine a heartbeat type. Sorry. It's like a Mercedes, how you can like do the ambient lighting on the inside. Oh snap, you can do the ambient lighting on the outside too. Tire lighting.
This is the Taj Mahal, and according to our fake history, it was built between 1632 and 1648. Built by hand and chisel, elephant and carrot. Made from solid marble stone mined 250 kilometers away. It is estimated that the Taj Mahal was made with 70,000 metric tons of this marble. How long it would take to haul 70,000 metric tons of marble with elephant and carriage 250 kilometers? This platform is 300 by 300 feet and perfectly level and flat. No visible slope or anything after 370 years. This absolute masterpiece was also made with other precious stones, such as jade, quartz crystal, amethyst, and turquoise. These precious stones had to come from places such as Iran, China, and possibly even Brazil, which begs the question, how? These people were primitive and they had no connection with the outer world. How are they getting these precious stones? How did primitive cave dwellers design everything in perfect symmetry, perfect mathematical proportion, find the golden ratio or the Fibonacci sequence layout all throughout the Taj Mahal? Now, many of these stones weigh multiple tons. How do they hoist this up there? How did they carve this perfectly? Now, modern architects would need some sort of diamond drill or precise laser to make symmetry like this. Have a look at this pillar. They built this with an optical illusion. This pillar is actually flat, completely flat. But as you go back, it doesn't look very flat, does it? These people were highly advanced, perfect, divine symmetry with hammer and chisel. The precision is so perfect you can fit a razor blade in between the blocks. How do they carve all this out? By hand and a copper chisel. Marble, solid marble, and other gemstones. Do you truly believe that our history is what they tell us? Can you actually see something like this and believe that these people were primitive, that they were cave dwellers, that they had no advanced technology at all? This building actually changes color at different parts of the day. Every single corner of the Taj Mahal is perfectly symmetrical to a fraction of an inch. How is that even possible? We're supposed to believe that a primitive civilization was able to fit marble blocks so perfectly, and also precious gemstones that you can fit a razor blade in between. That they were able to create perfect symmetry and geometry throughout the entire complex. That they were able to align this building perfectly to sunrise and sunset. That somehow the full moon lit up the inside and make it glow. If you haven't quite got the picture by now, our history is far from what we've been told. It's far from what you think. These people were highly, highly advanced. It's no wonder why the Taj Mahal is one of the 7 wonders of the world. And the real truth to everything is found within us all. Peace and love.
All right, I am very biased. The entire time this guy is talking, he needs education. That's all he needs. Hey, marble soft, buddy. We've been hammering, chiseling marble for quite some time. Have you ever heard of David the statue? Yeah, that David, guess what? Marble as well. Oh, snap, how are they moving all this marble and making it look so eccentric when they're building freaking statues that look like humans with the same marble blocks? Like, get out of here, dude. They were doing this well before. And why do you gotta go primitive times? Primitives? They weren't primitives when they were building the Taj Mahal. They had kings. They had structure. They had a caste system that they abided by. That caste system still exists. Sorry, I'm super biased here, but I know the story. And the Taj Mahal's not only the first, architectural representation. There's, sister Taj Mahals as well. Like, you don't understand, dude. It's marble. Marble reflects. That's why the color changes. It sounds like you need to do a little bit more research before immediately going, I can't explain this tech, and so if I can't explain it, it's got to be ancient tech lost to time. No, it's not ancient tech lost to time. The Taj Mahal is a story of lovers. Don't you know? Don't you know? No, you don't. Do some research. Sorry, this guy got me upset. Normally his content's good, but now he upset me. I'm biased. Wait, I didn't like this one bit. What are you trying to say? That we're like the rabbits? I gotta worry about where and what my kids are doing or where they're being taken to? I just put them in daycare. Don't do this to me. What's actually going on? Am I the one distracted? Here I am making the goon videos, but in fact I really need to be worried about what's going on with the children. They're fine. They're very highly educated. They're getting all the entertainment that I can't give them right now because I'm making the goon video. Talking about goon videos, hey, how's it going? Hey, while I have you here, can you do the things? We need you to do the things. Don't be like this distracted rabbit. Hey, be the person that's doing the things and taking the rabbit's shit. Sorry, don't be that person either. That's horrible. Be the person that's on YouTube doing those interactions because, hey, they're going to recommend more of me if you interact. If you don't want to see me, then don't interact. I get it. But if you love me and you're a goon, please, I love you. Thank you.
Yo, it's 50. Oh, yeah. Hey, yo, 50. Hey, yo, 50. Hey, yo, get the strap.
Oh, man. That's horrible. Why would you do this? If a goon ever came up to me in real life and I do this to you, slap me. I deserve that. I would never want to let a fan down. 50, why are you letting your fans down, bro? That guy hauled a lot of steps in order to get to you, bro. That's probably the most steps he's ever taken. You don't understand. Or he does understand. He just wanted a younger crowd. That's also kind of weird. You're a grown man. What were you expecting, 50? I thought you weren't part of the deadlift. Never mind. Don't come after me.
Huge news out of Egypt. And this time it's not what's in the sand, it's what's in the rock. Exotic metals from the cutting tool have been found lodged inside the rock, and they're typically only found in asteroids and meteorites. They've also been found in megalithic sites all over the world. Back in February, I was in the largest and crispiest temple in all of Egypt, Karnak. I had watched this video by Versadoko, and it was saying how these are unexplainable cut marks because the cuts are microscopically small. There is no reasonable explanation for a cut that sharp even today without lasers. This research team got a sample and they were looking for exotic metals that the Egyptians did not have, which they found, but they also found these. Let me explain what these lines are. When we cut granite today, we use giant saws. These saws leave a circular tool mark like the stone my dog Harvey is guarding. What was found in the Karnak stones were perfectly straight lines, which means in layman's terms that something was cutting it more like butter than like a circular saw. Anytime you cut anything, it leaves a mark. Inside those marks are microscopic cracks where pieces of the tool can embed itself. But that typically only happens with high-speed rotation. So they got their hands on another sample from Dashur. This one has a sloping cut, which is insanely difficult to manufacture. In this one, they found 3 elements that are typically only used in the cooling circuits of nuclear reactors. When they compared this ancient cut to a modern cut of the same material, the only difference was the aged appearance. Now, the material they found the most of was copper. It was an alloy that the Egyptians could not have produced enough heat to make. Best guess was that they used chemical salts to intensify a natural reaction to create more heat. To create the metal, they would need microscopic precision in the mixture. That is something that we do for electronic circuits. Atomic level imperfections are introduced in silicon to produce transistors. But just by doing that, a simple rock gets transformed into something that can show you, me. But we haven't even got to the wildest part. Microspherules were also found in the samples. These only come from cosmic impacts, volcanoes, lightning strikes, geological processes, and human industrial processes. It happens when something gets really hot and cools really fast. These were found in Dashur, in Baalbek, in Iran, and pretty much everywhere that has megalithic architecture. Well, how do we rule out geology? Baalbek. A typical meteorites have about 1 per square meter. Baalbek had 3 per centimeter. One thing that can do this is something called cavitation. If you symmetrically compress a water bubble, it'll release energy. It's the main reason that propellers on boats get worn out so fast. You can see it happening in this gear, but there's another way to do it. If you hit aluminum foil with ultrasonic frequencies, it creates these holes. With the right frequency, silver is a byproduct. Now, there has been demonstrations of vibrating a rock and then putting a tube drill with weight on top of it, and it will actually drill the hole itself. Now, with water involved, there could be a cavitation effect going on there, but this has not been studied. What is for sure is there is some atomic alchemy going on. This is on page 67 of Cryptex if you'd like to further explore that concept. There are 2 huge issues with the normal explanation. 1, it does not make sense. 2, it does not fund the haircut that I desperately need. And that's how you fix both of those problems.
Bro, you don't need a haircut. The haircut's scam, bro. The hair's a extension of your neural network. Trust me. Keep it long. Oh, boy. Wow, this was actually pretty cool. I never knew about all this interesting things that they found in Egypt. I kind of want this guy to tell me more and be like, hey, we finally figured it out. We found the blade. I'm like, yes. The cool is like the butter knife like correlation he did. I'm like, oh my God, imagine it's just like giants moving these things. And that's exactly, they're just carving their butter. But to them, that butter was granite. Oh boy. Oh boy. And that knife was actually a nuclear reactor that they used in order to create an acidic heat. Oh boy. So that way they could cut through the granite. Oh boy. Oh boy. Everything's making sense.
Do you think this is scientifically ethical, or are we playing God too much? This creature critter has been crossbreeded between 2 entirely separate animal kingdom species and subspecies. Can you guess which 2? Let's see if you can guess it right. This happened in a zoo in Salt Lake City, Utah, and they were just successful last year. This guy's a year old. They said for 23 years they've been trying to do this. The zoo officials, working with one of the leading animal kingdom genetics scientists, they had to basically extract protein fiber strand DNA sequencers from each of the different animal species and then tweak them so that they could get a successful embryo, and they finally did. And you may have guessed it right. This is a black bear mixed with a mountain lion, or a cougar is what some people call it. You can see that it definitely got the body shapeage of a mountain lion. You don't see much bear there. You can see the tail is very mountain lion, but the color is from the black bear with a little bit of spots, it looks like. They said the crazy thing is it climbs like a cat, but it will eat salmon and berries like a bear would. And so I think it looks really cool, but I'm just wondering if we've gone too far. What do you think?
I mean, we went too far right when the Greys came back and they're like, hey, we can't procreate and we need you in order to be the containers for... Sorry, something else. That was something else. Everything was starting to make sense for her. I was really, oh boy. So I mean, we're already doing this with CRISPR. I mean, the embryos put 3 parents now for the people that have issues, and now we CRISPR them, and then we implant the embryos into... Cool. We ain't stopping this. They're going to find more and more things, and they're going to make all kinds of different hybrid animals, and it's going to turn into a thing. It's not a woolly mammoth. It's a woolly African mammoth. What happened to the woolly Asian mammoths? Oh, man, they're all just different elephant species of Africa and Asia, Daddy. Don't you understand? It's still the elephant, because you call it a woolly mammoth and you use the DNA, and CRISPR doesn't make it a woolly mammoth. Wait, did they make a movie of this? Is this Jurassic Park? Are we causing a thing? Oh, God.
This is the slowest experiment in history, and it's still going 97 years later. In 1927, an Australian physicist set out to prove that pitch, a material that shatters like glass, is actually a liquid. It took 3 years just for the pitch to settle in a funnel, and the first drop didn't fall until 8 years later. The second was 9 years after that, and before the third drop fell, the professor who started it passed away. Now, nearly a century later, only 9 drops have fallen, and they finally proved pitch is a liquid, just 20 billion times thicker than water.
I have no idea what pitch is or what it's used for, but I have many questions. Is like, where did this word even come from, and why did they call it pitch, and why is it liquid and not a metal, and why does it take this long to drop down or drip? Interesting. Oh man, things that take forever to drip. Where could that be useful? Who would need something like this? Why did this need to be an experiment? Who cared about this? Why did we care? Why did it matter?
Ain't no way this guy is real. People have been going absolutely crazy online the last few days over these videos. There's been a lot of these videos going about recently, but what is this feeling? Why do you get it? And there's actually an opposite suggestion to this, which I'll touch on, which is terrifying. So the feeling of Sonda is basically realizing that every single person you interact with, every person you walk past or even just see, has their own life as vivid as your own. Whether you're at a concert or a festival, all of the people in that crowd, they've got their own lives. At a theatre, every single person there. Or even in a busy city, every single person is doing something different that day, lived today in a different way, but as vividly as you did, and is very much alive. Although it's obvious, and I mean it sounds completely obvious, still when you think about it, it's like, what the hell? Now, there's a flip side to this though, and it basically suggests you watching this video right now are the only person on the entire planet. Me, I'm not real. Anybody you interact with, they're not real. You're the only person. This is known as solipsism, which is where reality is in your mind. You are the only person that exists and no one else does. Your mind has conjured up all the other people you see around you just so you don't feel so alone in this world. Now, the scary thing about solipsism, right, is that there is no physical way to ever prove or disprove it. Scientists, researchers, they have said this for decades because it is in your mind, and if reality is happening in your mind, there is no way to prove that. But yeah, Sonda or solipsism. Hit that follow button. I'll see you soon.
Man, sounds like this guy just entered the spiral, but I already knew this. You already know. You're in that goon timeline. You knew since the very beginning. Hey, thanks for letting me render in your timeline. I'm just so happy that you got to click. Hey, I'm not the main character. You're the main character of your timeline, and I get to render as a background character in there. I appreciate it. At least I'm not an NPC. Thanks for taking the time to watch this.
Quiz? Okay. How heavy do you think an average cloud might weigh? Just a regular poofy cloud, like...
I mean, they're floating. Yeah, they're up there in the sky. They've got to be light.
Pillow light. Like 1 million pounds heavy.
1 million pounds? What do you mean?
Legitimately? Or is it you just being
cloud is 1 million pounds.
A small one. You can get clouds that can be 100 times heavier than that.
I'm so confused. Like, how is it so heavy? But then again, I have heard skydivers don't like going through clouds because it's like razor blades to them because of like those water molecules are actually like ice crystals and they just cut them up as they go through them and it's a whole thing. So they try to avoid the clouds. And maybe that's why it's just millions of pounds of razor sharp icicles waiting to drop on you like liquid form. It's a good thing it's not a pitch. cloud and it's a rain cloud. Oh God, oh God.
Can you imagine getting whacked in the head with one of these?
There he is. Holy cow. Salt and pepper pistachios on the way. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna let them open it up. Walmart package. Holy cow.
Walmart, bad idea.
Wait, salt and pepper pistachios? Like, is that like salt and vinegar, like chips? Like, I've never had that flavor. I've had like plain and I've had salted, but I've never had salt and pepper pistachios. And like, does the pepper change the flavor? Like, I don't. Sorry. So, drone tech, I guess they're getting used to it. Hey, everyone's got the drone tech. It's turning into a thing. How fast is your package landing? How fast do you want your delivery? 1 day is not fast enough. 2 days not fast enough. You need it within the hour. Within the same day is not fast enough. Oh boy. Oh boy.
There's no power in imitating other people who are doing the same thing on YouTube or Instagram. The power is in finding out what makes you different, what makes you unique, what's something different about your spirit, your own weirdness, and bringing that out in a way that no one has ever seen before. That's where power lies.
Hey, what's going on? Where's your power? Oh my God, I'm showing all my weirdness all the time. I'm doing all the things all the time. All the time.
This entire smoke cloud came from just one burning tire. Now imagine over 50 million of them stacked in the middle of the Kuwaiti desert. It's called the tire graveyard, and it's so massive you can literally see it from space. With temperatures hitting 122 degrees Fahrenheit, fires are nearly impossible to control. And when tires burn, it's not just fire. It's toxic fuel that chokes the air, poisons the ground, and seeps into water supplies. Recycling could fix this, but most of the world still ignores it.
Man, this is actually very crazy because I've recently learned about the harmful effects of these rubber tires and how they dispose of them and how badly it's regulated. And now you find these cut up tires used in playgrounds and turfs, and you're like, dude, who's using these? They're reselling you chopped up used rubber tires because, hey, they can't burn it. It's going to cause that much chemicals into the air. So what do? They recycle it, and that recycling is still hurting us. They're still chopping these things up that were made with who knows what. All you think is, hey, they're chopped up rubber tires, but are they? Was something else used in those tires and that rubber? Oh boy, oh boy.
In 1998, a movie was made about your ability to manifest every single detail of your reality, and it was masked as a sci-fi thriller. This movie is none other than The Sphere. If you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, because I'm going to dig deep. The movie features Sharon Stone, Samuel L. Jackson, and my favorite, Dustin Hoffman, as they are asked by the secret government elite to dive deep under the ocean and explore the alien sphere. Not only does this have some awesome sci-fi action, but it has a very deep meaning. In the movie, Dustin Hoffman says, "Everything we think and everything we feel just happens." In the movie, they talk about the astronauts that had purportedly unalived, stating that they began to turn on each other because they were manifesting their fears. But one of the last lines of the movie really sums it up, where Dustin Hoffman says, "You're given this magic ball, and it says, imagine what you will, and you can have everything that you want. But we manifested the worst of us because of what is within us." My friends, this mirrors our world perfectly. The sphere being an allegory for incarnating on Earth. And once you go inside of it, you begin to actually create your reality, which is why people turn on each other, because we are all one, collectively manifesting our fears, especially in the state of sedation, which is talked about in the movie. Have you seen the movie? Let me know what you think in the comment. My name's Cub. I explore mysteries of ancient wisdom. Give me a follow.
No, I've never seen this movie, but a big believer of manifestation. I mean, like every other life coach tells you about manifestation. So if you ain't manifesting, what are you doing? What are you doing? You stop it. You got to start manifesting. Actionable things that you can manifest. Not things, oh, I'm going to sit back and relax and things going to come to me. Actually, I hear that also does work. That's like affirmations, which is a different type of... Sorry. Cool. Sounds like this guy figured it out. I never watched this movie, but probably won't. Because, come on, I already knew this.
You were never supposed to have a lawn in front of your house. Did you know that? Before. Well, here's why they made you. Think about it. Before lawns, most front yards grew food, fruit trees, vegetables, herbs. But in the late 1800s, elites in Europe, wealthy elites in Europe, I'll say, made grass lawns a status symbol. It meant you had so much money, you didn't need your land to feed you. Now that's a flex, okay? So America copied this trend. Cities encouraged it. Developers they built it into our neighborhood designs. Wow. And eventually, HOAs, local lawns started banning front yards altogether. So now lawns look clean, but they replaced something essential, right? Our daily connection to food. They made us more dependent on grocery stores, supply chains, and the very systems that profit from our hunger. Now, a nice patch of grass, it looks nice, right? It looks nice. Right. But a patch of food keeps you alive. One builds status, the other builds freedom. Say. And if lawns had never been pushed on us, our neighborhoods would be filled with edible gardens, fruit, nuts, seeds, native wildflowers, small community orchards. Every block would feed its people. That's crazy. What hunger? Every yard would be a little ecosystem, nourishing, abundant, and free. But instead we have this.
Hey, I understand you're upset, but hey, you can be the change that you want to see. You can start having that vegetable garden or fruit garden in your front lawn just like you envision. Oh boy, just because they took it away from us doesn't mean they can keep it away. Hey, we can still do the things and be defiant. We can be the ones that we want to see and be the change that we want to see. Sorry, I messed that up. It's the Gandhi quote. Be the change you want to see in the world. Yeah, that thing. Sorry. Cool. I've been to lots of places. I think this guy's never been to Boston, Mass. Hey, some of these people that have lawns, the lucky few, they sometimes have just one grass strip, or they use that land to grow some fruit or vegetables or just random seasonings like basil and stuff. It's quite interesting what you can do if you are one of the lucky few in Boston, Massachusetts to have a front yard. And it's always surprising, like, this is what you chose to do with that little grass strip that you have. Hey, some of them are planting. Oh boy.
These are celebrities that still make millions after their death. So Dr. Seuss surprisingly makes $30 million per year despite being dead for 35 years thanks to book sales, movies, and merchandise associated with his likeness. Other authors like Charles Schulz, the creator of Peanuts, makes nearly $30 million per year as well. Elvis Presley still makes $50 million per year despite being gone for nearly 50 years from music royalties and licensing, while other musicians like Prince and Bob Marley make $35 million per year from the same sorts of sources. Kobe Bryant still makes $50 million per year from longer-term endorsements, investments, and multimedia deals that still cash flow to his family, with Arnold Palmer doing around the same numbers despite being gone for nearly 10 years. Freddie Mercury is the second highest grossing dead celebrity, making nearly $200 million this year from music-related income streams. But by far the highest grossing dead celebrity is Michael Jackson, who in 2016 alone made $825 million, but made $200 million this year and has amassed over $4 billion in total to his estate from music royalties and catalog deals over the past 15 years. That's crazy.
Yo, 100% the king of pop. Love it. Love to know that, hey, their families are still well off and hopefully they're using the funds for the right reasons and not doing something that'll disgrace the legends that we no longer have in our time. Oh boy. Some people still believe that he's alive. You don't understand.
So finally, we get to see what it looks like when an elevator falls from a different perspective, not inside of the elevator. This is a very little to no context video that I got tagged in on TikTok that shows this person recording the doorway, the entrance to an elevator, and out of nowhere what appears to be the elevator car falls and smashes into the ground below, sending out this miniature shockwave. Now, according to the little amount of research I was able to do given the context, it appears these people were doing an elevator demolition, more than likely for an abandoned building. It doesn't seem like they're going to be rebuilding this elevator shaft anytime soon. But really, I wanted to use this as an opportunity to show you guys why jumping at the last second if you're in a falling elevator is not going to work. You basically have little to no reaction time if you're truly in a free fall inside of an elevator, plus you can't see the ground, so this is not a viable solution. Instead, your best bet is to lay down and spread out the shock impact. Maybe you'll survive. It's certainly no guarantee, but if you were to try to jump and you were inside of this elevator car, you would be flattened like a pancake.
Yo, there's skydivers that say the same thing, like the way they survived, the parachute not opening and they came down, like, hey, spreading out like a pancake sometimes does work. You break every single bone, but you may survive. Oh boy. Though some of them make full recoveries, they say. Oh, cool. There's also a thing where they say that there's a lot of scary elevator stories about people like unalived by like an elevator that opened and no elevator was there and they walked in and they fell to their... Sorry, Sorry, but like supposedly you dig into those stories and like there's never been stories like that, and I'm like, bro, every town has a story where it's like, oh, this person died, the elevator door opened and he fell into the thing. No, this is even crazier. Don't jump, just lay and spread like a starfish. Oh boy. We're going to do one more.
There was a man who tried to create a grizzly bear protective suit. The irony is, he actually died before he could use it.
Troy Hurtubise devoted his life to developing a suit that could fend off a grizzly bear, and was even permitted to go one-on-one with a 320-pound female grizzly. But sadly, he died in a car explosion just days before he was able to test out the design. It's rumored that when a pope dies, it's tradition to hit him in the head with a silver hammer to ensure that he's dead and not just sleeping. A pet Sphinx cat named Jazzy Purrs had to have both.
Yeah, I don't know. Those are extra bonus facts. I was just talking about the bear suit. But here's a video clip of the guy.
This suit will withstand an attack of a grizzly bear.
Hurtubise invented this Mark VI, the world's first bear-proof suit made from titanium, plastic, rubber, and chainmail. And Hurtubise is convinced this 150-pound suit will protect anyone from a grizzly's deadly assault. First, he shot the suit with a 12-gauge shotgun. Then he launched a 300-pound log dead center towards his chest. Is that dedication, or is he simply nuts? He had a 3-ton truck ram right into him at a speed of 30 miles per hour. In the end, because of Hurtubise's passion and hard efforts, the North American grizzly will live. The question is, will he?
Bro, that is wild. That is commitment. How many inventors do you know that like, oh, but then again, at least he's not in that list of inventors who died by their own invention. There's a morbid list, like the Segway guy. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's like, bro, how? You didn't know how to control the Segway? You invented that. Sorry. You look more into it and you're like, bro, is it a conspiracy? Did they actually unalive him and they silent? Wait, is that what they did with the Bear Man guy too? Oh my God, and then they gave us Iron Man. No, Iron Man was always there. That was in the comics well before this guy. Maybe that's where he got the idea of the suit. Why did he even need the suit? Did something happen? Why did you need to make the bear suit? Why not just stick with the bear mace? Why make the bear suit in the first place? Now look what happened. Oh God, legend. They silenced you potentially, but car accident, sad. Hopefully not a car accident while testing out the suit. No, he didn't get to test it out on a bear, but they didn't say how he actually... Cool. Hey, guess what? You made it to the end. How'd you do? Yeah, there was a lot in this one. I opened up my algorithm and a lot of the videos have been very entertaining to me. And it may not be completely creepy, weird, and strange, but it's definitely something that's interesting. And if you like interesting, thank you. Appreciate you. Hey, listen, there should be videos on the screen right now. Click on either one of them to continue that goon fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.